Take a quiet moment and just listen. Today, we are going to speak together, slowly, naturally, like real life. This is not a lesson. This is a conversation. And you are not just watching. You are speaking with me. Welcome to your 15 minutes conversation shadowing practice. Here, you don't need to translate. You don't need to think too much. Just listen and repeat, softly, calmly. Shadowing means you follow the voice, almost at the same time, like an echo, gentle, smooth, and natural. At first, it may feel a little slow, maybe even strange, but stay with me. Your mind will adjust, your tongue will follow, and slowly, your English will start to flow. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to stay with the rhythm. Speak even if you make mistakes. That is how real progress begins. So relax your shoulders, take a small breath, and get ready to speak. With confidence, with calm energy, let's begin. Together. I try to organize my thoughts before I start my day. I take a moment to reflect on my goals. I prefer to begin my morning with a clear mind. I focus on what truly matters in my daily routine. I make sure to manage my time effectively. I try to stay calm, even in stressful situations. I handle my responsibilities with full attention. I prefer to complete my tasks step by step. I remind myself to stay consistent every day. I take small breaks to maintain my focus. I communicate my ideas in a clear and confident way. I try to listen carefully before I respond. I express my thoughts without hesitation. I choose my words thoughtfully and calmly. I stay patient during difficult conversations. I try to understand others before judging them. I respond politely, even when I disagree. I maintain a positive attitude in every situation. I avoid unnecessary arguments whenever possible. I value meaningful conversations over small talk. I dedicate time to improving my skills every day. I practice English speaking with full concentration. I focus on fluency rather than perfection. I learn from my mistakes without feeling discouraged. I push myself to speak more confidently. I try to think in English without translating. I build my vocabulary through daily practice. I pay attention to pronunciation while speaking. I repeat sentences until they feel natural. I enjoy the process of learning something new. I take responsibility for my personal growth. I stay motivated even when progress feels slow. I remind myself why I started this journey. I focus on discipline more than motivation. I try to improve myself little by little. I believe in consistent effort over quick results. I manage my emotions in a balanced way. I stay focused on my long-term goals. I avoid distractions while working on important tasks. I keep moving forward no matter what happens. I appreciate the small moments in my daily life. I stay grateful for what I already have. for what I already have. I treat others with kindness and respect. I treat others with kindness and respect. I try to maintain balance between work and rest. I try to maintain balance between work and rest. I take care of my health, both physically and mentally. I take care of my health, both physically and mentally. I allow myself to relax without guilt. I allow myself to relax without guilt. I reflect on my day before going to sleep. I reflect on my day before going to sleep. I prepare myself for a better tomorrow. I prepare myself for a better tomorrow. I continue learning no matter my age. I continue learning no matter my age. I become a better version of myself every day. I become a better version of myself every day. I consciously align my actions with my long-term vision. I consciously align my actions with my long-term vision. I take deliberate steps to maintain emotional balance. I take deliberate steps to maintain emotional balance. I approach each challenge with a solution-oriented mindset. I approach each challenge with a solution-oriented mindset. I prioritize tasks based on impact rather than urgency. I prioritize tasks based on impact rather than urgency. I remain composed, even under unexpected pressure. I remain composed, even under unexpected pressure. I allocate my energy wisely throughout the day. I allocate my energy wisely throughout the day. I embrace discomfort as a part of personal growth. I embrace discomfort as a part of personal growth. I maintain clarity of thought before making decisions. I maintain clarity of thought before making decisions. I avoid impulsive reactions and respond with intention. I avoid impulsive reactions and respond with intention. I continuously refine my habits for better outcomes. I continuously refine my habits for better outcomes. I articulate my ideas with precision and confidence. I articulate my ideas with precision and confidence. I listen actively to understand deeper perspectives. I listen actively to understand deeper perspectives. I communicate assertively without being aggressive. I communicate assertively without being aggressive. I adapt my tone according to the situation. I adapt my tone according to the situation. I navigate complex conversations with patience and clarity. I navigate complex conversations with patience and clarity. I acknowledge different viewpoints with an open mind. I acknowledge different viewpoints with an open mind. I express disagreement in a respectful and constructive way. I express disagreement in a respectful and constructive way. I build meaningful connections through genuine communication. I build meaningful connections through genuine communication. I stay mindful of my words and their impact. I stay mindful of my words and their impact. I balance honesty with empathy in conversations. I balance honesty with empathy in conversations. I immerse myself fully in the process of learning. I immerse myself fully in the process of learning. I practice speaking English with intentional focus. I practice speaking English with intentional focus. I aim for natural fluency rather than forced perfection. I aim for natural fluency rather than forced perfection. I internalize patterns through consistent repetition. I internalize patterns through consistent repetition. I challenge myself to think directly in English. I challenge myself to think directly in English. I refine my pronunciation through careful listening. I refine my pronunciation through careful listening. I analyze my mistakes to improve effectively. I analyze my mistakes to improve effectively. I expand my vocabulary through real-life usage. I expand my vocabulary through real-life usage. I observe native speakers and adopt natural expressions. I observe native speakers and adopt natural expressions. I stay committed to daily language practice. I stay committed to daily language practice. I cultivate discipline to stay consistent over time. I cultivate discipline to stay consistent over time. I stay resilient even when progress feels invisible. I stay resilient even when progress feels invisible. I remind myself of my deeper purpose. I remind myself of my deeper purpose. I focus on sustainable growth rather than quick success. I focus on sustainable growth rather than quick success. I develop mental strength through daily challenges. I develop mental strength through daily challenges. I embrace failure as a learning opportunity. I embrace failure as a learning opportunity. I remain adaptable in changing circumstances. I remain adaptable in changing circumstances. I manage stress through awareness and control. I manage stress through awareness and control. I stay grounded while aiming for higher goals. I stay grounded while aiming for higher goals. I move forward steadily without losing focus. I move forward steadily without losing focus. I appreciate subtle details in everyday experiences. I appreciate subtle details in everyday experiences. I practice gratitude for both small and big moments. I practice gratitude for both small and big moments. I treat people with dignity and respect. I treat people with dignity and respect. I maintain a healthy balance between effort and rest. I maintain a healthy balance between effort and rest. I take conscious care of my physical and mental well-being. I take conscious care of my physical and mental well-being. I allow myself to pause and reflect when needed. I allow myself to pause and reflect when needed. I review my day with honesty and awareness. I review my day with honesty and awareness. I prepare mentally for the challenges ahead. I prepare mentally for the challenges ahead. I continue evolving through consistent self-improvement. I continue evolving through consistent self-improvement. I become more self-aware with each passing day. I become more self-aware with each passing day. Take a slow breath and just feel this moment. You spoke, you listened, and you stayed with the rhythm. That is progress, even if it feels small. Remember, fluency does not come from one day. It grows slowly through repetition, through patience. Every time you repeat, your brain understands a little more. Every time you speak, your confidence becomes a little stronger. So don't stop here. Come back again, tomorrow. Even 10 or 15 minutes can change the way you speak. Just stay consistent, stay calm, and trust the process. You are improving, step by step. Now, before you go, if you enjoyed this practice, you can like the video, and if you want more calm shadowing sessions, you can subscribe. You can also share in the comments how you felt today. I would love to hear your progress. For now, relax your mind, soften your voice, and carry this calm English into your real life. I'll see you again very soon.